Each morning we have a student-run broadcast. Albemarle County bought new equipment for all of the middle schools this year, and currently Journey and Burley are the only two schools that I know of right now who are doing a student-run live show. And I think that's really special because we train the students and then I just step back and the students run everything. They run the TriCaster, they do anchoring, they create the graphics, so every job is done by a student.
I'm very excited that the school has this program because, I don't know, it definitely helps all the kids who help out get out of the comfort zone, because I was one of the first kids who was anchoring and I was definitely scared, but now, talking in front of the camera is easy peasy.
It's not just TV, it's more like how to speak in front of people or how to do stuff on camera. It's really important to have stuff like this.
You count on everyone to do their job correctly and do it in the right time and in a timely manner. So being honest, sometimes we've had some rough days where the timing has been off, but I think what we've learned is to communicate with each other and not in a mean way.
If something goes wrong, before I can even step in to offer a suggestion, they're already figuring it out together. They're already going to get someone to sub. If someone's sick, when we have guests, we've had guests show up we didn't know were going on, and they just quickly rearrange, and we'll create that and say, all right, this is what you're going to do. We're going to put the guest on. After this, Miss Johnson will get up. We're going to switch to this camera. And it's really great to see them making decisions and problem solving in the moment, and having students do that. And I think a lot of people would be surprised at what middle school age students can do. We've had lots of visitors in our studio and guests. Students interviewed several teachers for Black History Month about their different service fraternities in college and the importance of those. And it really helped them to get to know their teachers and also understand some things. They got to practice writing interview questions and conducting a live interview. And it was great because the teachers were nervous and the students were able to calm them down and tell them it was going to be okay and give them tips. It was nice to see them working together. We also had some visitors from the Virginia Department of Education, from the technology department, who came to visit the studio and congratulate the students on being one of the few student-run live broadcasting shows.
I mean, it's more fun for people to watch us and actually see how we are instead of just going over the microphone, and that's kind of boring. I feel like it's more fun for people to just watch instead of listen.
I think it's neat when everyone is able to come together to do something that's actually good for the school, because we inform the school about things like that, like the news and events coming up.
The students know what's going on in school, if we have school, if we don't have school, some announcements, important announcements of the principal.
This is our main newsroom.
The students love their field trip to NBC 29. I think that they enjoyed getting to see that they have a smaller version of some of the equipment that the news studio uses, and they were able to appreciate what we have with our new equipment this year. I think that several students came back talking about wanting to do an internship and thinking about broadcasting after that trip.
And we saw how everybody on the staff is working together to build stories, their live system to show who is looking at what stories. And then we went into the control room and got to see the big panels on the walls with all the feeds and everybody working together to make the broadcast happen.
And we got to see how it actually works, like people doing weather. Yeah, we got to see how he works in how he can explain the weather on TV, and it was actually pretty cool.
I was actually surprised that they had a script. I thought they all had it in their brains, but nope.
It takes more effort than you think, and if you really want to commit something, you should know what you're committing to.
I think the importance that everyone does exactly what they're supposed to so that everything goes smoothly, because if someone messes up, then everything is messed up.
At school, I'm an anchor. One thing that I would take back with me is the eye contact thing. He told me that holding eye contact with the camera is great, and talking that you're on a personal level with somebody, but just through a TV.
They also came back with lots of ideas. Immediately they wanted me to pull them out so that they could adjust the camera angles and use all the information they learned in our studio. And so we have adjusted lots of things based on what they saw, and they continue to have new ideas that they can bring to our studio. My hope for the class moving forward is that we can continue to grow this program as students are interested, that we will need to add more broadcasting classes. Right now we started with one section in 8th grade, and so my hope is that we'll have a couple sections because more students are interested because of the live broadcast, and that this will continue to be a place where students can find a sense of belonging, and we can continue to improve on what we started this year. I would also love to see more of a connection between the class and the morning studio. Just because there's one class that meets every other day, it's been just learning how to figure out how to integrate the two. But our hope is to do a better job of that next year as well.